Uh, Sir, by with the prayer of the God and with the prayer of the Guruji, all respected seniors, all respected teachers, sirs and madam, I will, on behalf of the department, myself, Krishna Raj, I welcome you all in this meeting. I just want to say something about this program, that we have designed this program in order to teach the students, researchers, and scientists, as well as the industry person, for the purpose of the learning. And how we will analyze what is the percentage of the learning, whether the learning has taken place or not. For that purpose, we have designed a concept that before starting of the session, we planned a pre-quiz in order to know what is the knowledge status of our participants. And after that, we start our session, naturally by the blessings of our seniors, our patron, Dean School of Engineering, respected sirs and madams. Then we consider a post quiz, and then we analyze what is the percentage of the learning. So this is the basic of our webinar, and on the basis of the department and university, and also on the basis of the organizing committee of the webinar, you all are welcome here. First of all, I welcome our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor N.B. Singh sir, and presently he is busy. That's why Professor Manoj Kumar Shukla, as Pro Vice Chancellor, will join the meeting of the today's session. Our respected teacher, Guru, philosopher, Margdarshak, motivator, Professor B.P. Singh sir. We salute your duty, sir, and we are very thankful to you, sir, that we are here getting your blessing, sir. We welcome you on this occasion, sir, on the behalf of the department, on the basis of the university and organizing committee also. Professor Ravraj Singh, sir, Dean Continuing Education, Internal Quality Assurance, Coordinator TECHIE, and Head of Department Computer Science Engineering. I welcome you, sir, in this session for your kind blessings. And sir has also inaugurated the study session, and he has motivated our participants and our organization, including me also. Professor P.K. Kamani, sir, always try to motivate me. He is presently Dean Planning, Resource and Generation. Sir, I welcome you in this meeting. Professor Rachna Asthana, madam, our senior, our ex-HOD, and presently she is director in AITS Kanpur. Madam, I welcome you on the behalf of the department, on the behalf of the university and organizing committee. Professor Rajiv Gupta, sir, our Dean School of Engineering, who always used to support us for any type of the event, and he also motivate us to organize such type of the program. Professor Rajiv Gupta, sir, we all welcome you in this session. Professor Pradeep Kumar, sir, controller of the examination, very jolly nature and very supporting. Sir, you are here. Welcome you, sir. Professor Edvir Singh, sir, who is head of department of the electrical engineering. Basically, we are residing in the building of the electrical engineering. Sir, we all welcome you in this program. Now, sir, just I want to say something why we have planned this series of the webinar. During that teaching learning, starting from the education, we learned that if we go through the lectures, by hearing, the learning percentage increases by the 5%. By the reading, it increases by the 10%. Audio visuals 20%. Demonstration 30%. Group discussion, it enhances by the 50%. And by practice by doing 75%. And teaching others, it increases the level of the 90%. Sir, we are not here to train others, but we are trying to learn ourselves. We are trying to learn how the learners learn. This is the main objective of this program, sir. That's why we have designed this program in such a manner that suppose we are at the 0 level, then what must be the different levels? First, we here consider that if we are interested in order to design any system, as we know, the duty of the engineer is to design a new system or to enhance the performance of the existing system by utilizing the rules, regulations given by the mathematicians and the scientists, that is for the welfare of the society. And it is the journey of the designing starts from the basic mathematical modeling, and when we try to design a complex system that is useful for the real life, it becomes a complex set of the equations. So we have selected one language, that is the MATLAB, very interactive, computational, high-level language, high-level applicative language, and we have started the discussion by the introduction of the MATLAB. Then we have concluded in the second webinar how the linear and non-linear systems will be modeled using the equations and how these equations will be solved and analyzed. Then we have moved towards the dynamic system for the analog that is designed by the ordinary differential equation. Then we covered this topic, how these equations will be solved and how we will analyze the performance of the design system. Then we tried to cover the designing of the digital system that is represented by the set of the difference equation, and then how these difference equations will be analyzed using the MATLAB. And we have also gone the different steps of the differential and the difference equations. And at the last moment here, that is today, we are going to discuss the concept of the design and implementation, including all these sections which we have covered till date. The organizing committee is totally governed by our patron, Professor N.B. Singh sir, who is the Honorable Vice Chancellor of our university. And Professor Krishna Raj is working in the capacity of the coordinator and the speaker. Professor Rajni Vishnu Madam is working as a coordinator of the quiz conduction. Professor A.K. Sankwar is taking the responsibility of the coordination of the certificate distribution and preparation. Is feedback and special discussion, these are governed and managed by Professor Manoj Kumar Shukla and Professor Ashutosh Singh. And there is one individual team that is very effective, very energetic, and always ready to serve the society and to serve the department, having the 5 members of the NPI faculty: Dr. Manish Kumar Singh, Dr. Suman Kumar Mitra, Dr. Dharmendra Kumar Singh, Dr. Nanika Madam, Nanika Srivastava ji, Dr. Partha Saha ji, and we welcome you all in this session of the seminar. Sir, respected sirs and madam, and all respected audience, these are some summary that is represented here. What we have covered till date. On 18th May, there were the 266 registered participants. Out of which 121 has attended the online classes, and in 3 quizzes we have the average points 10.2, and post quizzes it was enhanced by the 14.3. There were 100 PPTs utilized, and 2 hours video lecture, 2 hours online lecture was delivered by the speaker, and speaker of the session was Dr. Krishna Raj, and the session was inaugurated by Professor N.B. Singh sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor. And on the same day, 121 certificates were distributed to the participants. Similarly, on 19th, 128 participants, there is enhancement in the learning, and we have utilized 110 PPTs, near about 2 hours of the discussion. And for each and every day, we have prepared the video, e-video, and the same e-video has been uploaded on the YouTube so that participants, and it is in public domain, anybody can utilize these videos. On third day, out of the 336, the total number of the registered candidates who were interested for the webinar, 130 attended the online classes, and again there is enhancement in the learning. And the second day session was inaugurated by Professor Manoj Kumar Shukla, Pro Vice Chancellor, HBTU Kanpur, and Professor R.K. Shukla, who is Dean R&D of the HBTU Kanpur. And this meeting was conducted by Professor Rajni Vishnu Madam of the Electronics Department. On third day, the session was inaugurated by Professor Pramod Kumar sir, who is very senior faculty member of the HBTU Kanpur. Professor Rekha Wali Madam, who is very senior faculty, very cooperative, and very interested in order to learn something. Professor Ram Naresh sir, he is also participating. He has inaugurated this session, and sir is also attending this webinar. Madam and sir are very interested in order to learn, and they perform their quizzes, assignments on each and every day. The session was conducted by Professor A.K. Sankhwar of the Electronics Engineering Department. Fourth day, that is Friday, out of the 340, 132 attended the online classes. Again, there is enhancement in the learning. And we have utilized 105 PPTs and near about 2 hours discussion. Again, the same pattern we have adopted in each and every session, that we have prepared the e-video after the class, just after the class, and it has been uploaded on the YouTube channel in public domain. The session was inaugurated by Professor Sunil Kumar sir, Dean Academic Affairs, Professor Raghuram Singh sir, who is Dean Continuing Education and Internal Quality Assurance, and today he is also in the session. We are waiting for his presence also. Professor Alak Kumar Singh sir, who is the head of Department of Food Technology, and this session was conducted by Professor Rajni Vishnu Madam. Today we are here to get suggestions from our seniors, and after this we will start our session. So this is something in brief about our sessions which we have covered and which we are going to cover today. Thank you very much. Now, after this introduction, I am handing over the command to Professor Rajni Vishnu Madam to conduct this session. Professor Rajni Vishnu Madam, whether am I audible?
Yes. Thank you, sir. Now, I'll welcome to all the dignitaries, guests of the concluding ceremony of the webinar. Professor B.P. Singh, sir, retired from MUT. Professor Raghuram Singh, Dean C and IQA and Coordinated TIPCUP, Head CSC, HBTU Kanpur. Professor P.K. Kamani, Dean PRG and HOD Paint Technology, HBTU Kanpur. Professor Rachna Asthana, Director AITH and ex-HOD Electronics Engineering, HBTU Kanpur. And Professor Rajiv Gupta, Dean School of Engineering and HOD Mechanical Engineering, HBTU Kanpur. Professor Pradeep Kumar, COE and HOD Civil Engineering, HBTU Kanpur. Professor Yadveer Singh, HOD EED, HBTU Kanpur. And all my colleagues and participants. I welcome you all on this occasion of concluding ceremony of the webinar on MATLAB. At the first, I'll request Professor B.P. Singh, sir, to give his blessings for this webinar. Thank you, sir.
Madam, Dr. B.P. Singh, give you all from my side to you, Rachna ji, and my student, when he said, Dr. Krishna Raj, I'm always praying on God that you people should progress, always progress, and go on progressing in all dimensions of academic sphere. Please go ahead. I'm there to hear. Let me see. Thank you very much, Madam Best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
बहुत
sir.
दिन के बाद I have seen at least maybe 4 or 5 years.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
you,
sir. Thank you. Yes.
Now I'll call Professor Raghuraj Singh, Dean CE and IQA and Coordinator at TechCube 3 and Head CSC Executive Kanpur. Available blessing. Professor Raghuraj.
Thank you.
Thank you, madam, for giving me this opportunity to share my views about this webinar on MATLAB. In the morning itself, I have been reading one of the very small note which has been circulated by the organizer, Professor Krishnaraj ji. In that short note about the MATLAB, it has been written that basically MATLAB is a tool which is used for basically three purposes. One, that numerical computations. Second, visualizations. And third, the programming. Besides this, there were some more things which were written into it. So I will concentrate my views on this topic only. But before that, I would like to convey my thanks and gratitudes to all the organizers, particularly Professor Krishnaraj ji, Rajni Bist Madam ji, Sankhwar ji, and all regular faculty members of the department who have contributed a lot in organizing this webinar. My special thanks to Professor BP Singh ji, who has been with me in some of the assignments, and I know him from within that he is a very simple, honest, and very learned person. I have executed some of the assignments under his supervision and guidance. So, namaskar, sir.
धन्यवाद भाई.
अब मैं अपनी टॉक जो है, अपने व्यूज जो हैं, मैं फोकस करना चाहता हूँ इसी टॉपिक पे. As I said that MATLAB is basically used for numerical computations, visualization, and the programming purposes. So we have to just think of that what can be the thrust of this important tool, or rather the collection of tools which are there into the MATLAB. So I just start from the beginning. You can say late 80s, when the programming language which was used for the computational purposes, it was Fortran. My older friends will be aware about this programming language, that it was a very versatile programming language which was used for numerical computations, but the computations were basically focused on only mathematical computation. That is how the sine, cosine, square root, inverse, RMS value, or large number of mathematical computations were there, which could be performed with the help of the Fortran language. But there was a paradigm shift in programming languages from time to time, and we saw another era in which the COBOL, which was used for the business purposes, it was very, very popular. And besides that, other languages which were used for the business purposes, these were Ingress, Sybase, Foxbase, DBase, Oracle, or even today we are using the DB2 or Oracle. Similarly, if you see the scientific computations or the structured programming purposes in which the complete procedures are supposed to be formulated and control is with the data as well as the computations, the languages like C became very, very popular for doing the programming, and even today these languages are very, very popular. Then there was a paradigm shift for the languages which we called as the object-oriented programming languages like C++ and Java, in which the orientation was changed, and the C++ was the purely object-oriented language in which everything was visualized in the form of objects, and we were trying to make implementation of classes as well as objects, and these classes and objects were interacting with each other to achieve the common objective which was specified. Then a little modification took place and Java was invented, which was used for not only object orientation purposes, but also for web programming purposes. So all the programming on web was done with the help of Java language. And then further orientation was changed, and our focus was on those languages which are having features inbuilt into them, and these are related with the artificial intelligence. So we saw that languages like Lisp, Prolog, and today the languages which are available regarding the AI programming like R language, Python language, these are there. If we talk in totality, so today we see that it is the era of data analytics, it is the era of embedded systems, it is the era of those instruments which are based on the concept of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning in particular. So languages like Python are very, very popular today. But if we see the MATLAB, as has been pointed out by my colleague, organizer of this function, that MATLAB is used for basically three purposes. I would add to it that not only these three purposes, but this MATLAB is a very, very versatile package which is having huge library available with it, with numerous type of computations into it, approximately 100 number of tools and modules which are there in this package. And besides doing data analysis, numerical computations, as well as programming, we can also do the system development. The system development, as I have discussed yesterday, that it is basically involving the things like that we have to do the analysis of data to formulate that what are our objectives or whatever aims which we want to achieve. And then on the basis of those aims and objectives, we have to prepare a design of the system. So design may be related with that what should be the overall architecture of the system, or what should be the design of the data which is involved with the system, or what kind of procedure has to be evolved, or it has to be the design in respect to that how the system will be interacting with the external world. That is, we talk about interface design. And once the design is over, then we have to see that how the implementation work can be done. So if you see the intricacies of the MATLAB, which has been very precisely covered by the organizers, because I have seen that not any component has been left. They started with just beginning, that is introduction of the MATLAB programming. Then they took that how the mathematical modeling can be done with the help of linear as well as non-linear equations, because I know that in software engineering domain, if we talk about generally mathematical modeling, we do with linear and non-linear equations whenever we are in the process of making estimation of that what should be the budget of the software development process. So we take dependent variables and independent variables and try to plot the data, and from that we perform the regression analysis and try to fit a line or the curve, and that gives us the use of linear and non-linear programming. Similarly, the second topic which they selected, rather third topic which they selected, it was on the ordinary differential equations. Also, we have the use of modeling through the differential equations, because in software engineering domain, if I see The modeling with the help of ordinary differential equations can be done corresponding to that whenever we are in the process of making formulation for that how much amount of efforts will be needed in order to complete a project. So generally we draw a Rayleigh-Norton curve which gives us that how the manpower will be utilized with respect to the time, and then this curve is modeled with the help of a ordinary differential equation. And then we apply mathematical computations on this ordinary differential equation and derive very interesting results with respect to that how much amount of effort will be required, how much time will be taken for the development of the project, and many other parameters. And then third component comes with respect to that how implementation can be done. So as I said that use library is available with MATLAB. Using those library functions, those computational powers of the MATLAB, we can do programming of the systems. Also, we can do experimentation with the help of simulation process by making use of simulators, which are integral part of this MATLAB package. Also, we can use the Simulink for making simulation of the overall system, because if we are making simulation through Simulink, in that case, the cost of experimentation will be very, very low. The complexity of the system will also be very, very low. So implementation can also be done very, very effectively by using MATLAB. And then last component, that even today's programming languages which are dealing with machine learning and artificial intelligence, the programming with respect to artificial intelligence or machine learning can also be done with the help of MATLAB. As you will be told about that how different kind of signals can be processed with the help of MATLAB, whether these signals are analog signals, digital signals, discrete signals, or any type of signals which are available there in the world for making modeling and making use of these signals for effective modeling of the overall system. So with these remarks, I am really very, very happy to see that almost each and every aspect, whether it is related with the data analysis, or it is related with the design, or it is related with implementation through programming, or it is related with implementation through the simulation process, each and every aspect has been covered in these 5 days of this webinar series. The only part which is left, which probably we have covered in our first webinar, which we have jointly conducted, that is Department of Computer Science and Engineering and the Department of Electronic Engineering. It has covered those aspects which were related with the artificial intelligence and machine learning. So with this, we can say that this package is complete. So I would like to congratulate from deep corners of my heart to all the organizers that they have organized such a wonderful program, which certainly have enhanced the learning of the participant. I convey my best wishes to all the organizers and say thank you to all the organizers as well as participants. With these words, I stop again with congratulating the organizers for organizing this wonderful program. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for such a nice and informative speech. Now I'll request Professor P.C. Kamani, Dean PRG and HOD Paint Technology, HBTU Kanpur, for his valuable speech. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon to all of you. Am I able to, am I audible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
May I request one thing, that those who are not speaking may kindly off the mic, no? Because it is disturbing in
Yes,
between, no?
yes, yes.
Professor Nagraj Singh has given a very elaborate the significance of MATLAB, and I, in fact, being from chemical technology side, so I am not much aware of this particular course, this particular system, but definitely in a very simple and easy manner, what Professor Ravraj Singh has explained during this 5-day webinar series. I am very much thankful to Professor Krishnaraj ji and his team. One thing I would like to say about Professor Krishnaraj, that I have seen his working. His function is undoubtedly very fantastic. He presents everything very nicely. Whatever activity I have come across, whether it was accreditation of the department, he was engrossed in that also, and he has presented it. His work was appreciated by his experts. So, and again, whatever YouTube he has created on his program, that is also highly appreciable, because these YouTubes of his lecture will go beyond the globe, beyond the border, and it will be helpful to not only to the students, but it will be helpful to the faculty also who are teaching in different organizations, different institutions, and it will also be helpful for the shop floor worker or for the engineers who are working in the industry and wishes to have knowledge on this particular topic. So I am very much thankful to Professor Krishnaraj ji, and his engrossment in the academic activities. Whenever he has given any assignment, or whenever he takes any assignment, he engrossed in that, he involved in that, and he does all his work from the core of his heart. His best, he gave his 100%. I am really very much thankful to Professor Krishnaraj. And this particular program I used to see on the this WhatsApp messages time to time, and I was really delighted to see that he is doing quite academic work. Probably he has done so much of work in this lockdown period that probably even the classroom, when there was no lockdown, then also he would have not done so much of work what he has done during this period. He has produced so many new activities, so many new systems he has developed. So I am really very much thankful to Professor Krishnaraj, and I am also thankful to his team who has helped him to hold this wonderful webinar. Thank you very much, Professor.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable speech. Now I'll request Professor Rachna Asthana, Director AITH and ex-head Electronics in Department HBTU Kanpur, for his valuable speech on this occasion. Professor Rachna Asthana.
थैंक यू
Hello.
मैडम. थैंक यू. आ रही है आवाज?
हाँ, आ रही है.
अच्छा, हाँ, तो सभी को बहुत बहुत नमस्कार. बहुत दिनों के बाद आज सबके चेहरे देख करके बहुत अच्छा लगा इस पैंडेमिक के टाइम में. और सबसे पहले तो मैं यही कहना चाहूंगी कि एक बहुत अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी मिली. बीपी सिंह सर से भी इतने समय के बाद उनसे इंटरेक्शन हुआ. पास्ट में हम लोग काफी उनका आशीर्वाद हम लोगों को मिलता रहा है, काफी जुड़े रहे हैं. और बाकी भी एचपीटीआई के सभी लोगों से, सॉरी एचपीटीयू के सभी लोगों से मिलकर के, सभी के फेसेस देख करके बहुत अच्छा लगा. सो आई एम वेरी हैप्पी दैट माय पेरेंट इंस्टीट्यूट, रादर यूनिवर्सिटी, एंड माय पेरेंट डिपार्टमेंट, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स इंजीनियरिंग डिपार्टमेंट, is organizing such a nice webinar. The credit goes to, of course, head of the department, Professor Krishnaraj ji. He has taken a very, very good initiative. Now, I remember that we got this MATLAB. I think impact phase before 2000, we got initially this MATLAB in the department, and at that time it was available in a few CDs, and it took a long time to install it on the systems. And after that, we started, the department started working on it. So at that time, mainly it was used for lab purposes. We have designed many experiments for conduction of lab. And from that time, it is a usual feature for the electronics engineering department to have labs on the MATLAB. In almost every lab of the electronics engineering department, a few experiments we try to do on the MATLAB so that students get benefited. But the Krishnaraj ji, he has initiated a new dimension of MATLAB. He has started programming filter design, signal processing, all those areas, they have been covered by Professor Krishnaraj. I'm very, very happy. Earlier, the students, they used to work on it themselves. Now he has given them opportunity to learn it properly. So this is a very nice or a very good opportunity for the students. And now in the time of this pandemic, I think if they will use it for the labs, because the classes are going on in my institute also, I'm seeing every faculty is taking on online classes. So the classes portion is good. Almost all the teachers, they are covering the syllabus. All the things are going on. But the lab is being untouched. So if MATLAB can be used, because it can be used, it is having the potential, and it can be used for conduction of, as far as electronics engineering I know, almost all the labs can be conducted except VLSI. So Madam Bisht may tell about VLSI, but all other labs can be very well conducted on this MATLAB tool. And I also remember during, I think 2006 or 7, students project, some of the final year students, they worked for addition of some more blocks which are not available in MATLAB, like optical blocks. At that time, they were not available in the MATLAB. I think that MATLAB was, the version was very old version. So optical blocks were not available. So some students, they have done the project to add those optical blocks in the MATLAB Simulink. So I'm telling you to the students that even if they found some blocks are missing for conduction of some other labs, then some final year project they can do to add those blocks in the MATLAB. That facility is available in the MATLAB. So those students who are interested, this will be a good BTech project. They can take it and they can add some new blocks also. Not taking very much time. I'm very happy that this is going on, and it can be used for conduction of labs. That will be virtual labs, because the time is asking for that. And as I know, the physical facility, they are not that much that we having this physical distancing. All the students can be given opportunity to work on the physical setup. So in that way, these MATLABs, this provides a very good platform for conduction of experiments. And moreover, you can play with experiments. You can check, because when you are working on the hardware, we are always instructing you, do as explained, or do as per your instructions, because there are some risks involved. You are not suggested to touch some high voltage points or other things like that. You are not allowed to do as you wish. You can do, but all the things you wish you are not allowed to do. But with software, whatever you want, you can do it. That is the best part, because nothing is going to burn. There is no issue of electric shock or anything like that. So you can play with it, and then you can learn a lot. For example, if you are having any experiment with op-amp, then you can check all the possibilities. You can test the videos, you can apply any type of signals. So this is just, I'm giving you an example. In that way, you can also have so many ideas. I know the students they are very innovative. They have so many ideas, and at any software, whether it is MATLAB or PSpice or whatever software is available for labs, you can use it to that benefit. So not taking much time, I again convey my congratulations to Professor Krishnaraj and Electronics Engineering Department for taking lead in organizing such type of seminar. And I'm also conveying my regards to all the persons who are present. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your knowledgeable speech. Now I'll request Professor Rajiv Gupta, Dean, School of Engineering and Head Mechanical Engineering, HBTU, Kanpur, for sharing his views on this occasion. Professor Rajiv Gupta. Hello.
Hello. Good day to all of you. Those who have done MATLAB before, they understand its power. Those who are just introducing now. I think this language came around 2006 or before than that. So the 13-14 years I have seen, and then I have used it also for solving optimization problems. once you are getting the power of this language, it is then only you can realize. So this language which has been, which is being used, it is very easy to learn. It is because of the power of that Fortran language. It has been improved from there. Otherwise, because Fortran nobody is using it now. So it is this MATLAB, which will give you very good code making. The code can be written in MATLAB, and then the solution of the problems will be easy. I would say that it is hardly, in fact, recently I came to know that MATLAB, which was taught by some CAD people in smartphone, they have reduced the price of 20 hours module, which was 16,500, and because of lockdown, they have reduced its cost is only 5,000. So if we are very thrifty, or we don't want to spend money, then it is really bad, because every single penny which we spend for study gives you many more things. So now, by spending only 5,000 rupees, there will be the online training enrolled for this matter. And my submission would be that all students, or whatever, whosoever can hear it, he must join it and then learn it from the house. And then Simulink is also the same good advantage. So we can there are more modules. So it will be nice if we spend something to learn and new things. So that is the only thing I would say, and wish you all the best and good day again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable speech. Now I'll request Professor Pradeep Kumar, COE and Head Civil Engineering at HBTU Kanpur, to share his views on this occasion. Professor Pradeep Kumar, sir. Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. So, rather than being a controller of examination, it is more like head civil engineering department. I study here, and I welcome all the delegates and the chief guest of today's function. And I must congratulate the organizers, especially the electronics engineering department and Professor Krishnaraj in particular, who has organized such a wonderful webinar in a series, and he has put in a lot of efforts in this. So as far as civil engineering is concerned, this particular scientific tool of computation has got importance in various areas of civil engineering, to name a few: structural engineering, geotechnical engineering, transportation engineering, and surveying. So I must also try to emphasize use of this particular scientific tool in civil engineering education. And finally, I would once again thank organizers to give me an opportunity to join this particular program, and I feel honored and privileged to join this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now I'll request Professor Yaduvir Singh, Head Electrical Engineering Department, HBTU Kanpur, to give his blessings on this occasion. Hello. Professor Yaduvir Singh is there. Hello.
Madam, I think he has some problem because just he left the meeting. So, Mr. Manoj Kumar Shukla, Pro Vice Chancellor, he is here. So we can request him for his blessing.
I'll request Pro VC, Professor Manoj Shukla, to share his views on this occasion. Professor Manoj Shukla. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
हेलो
हेलो, आपको आवाज मेरी आ रही है?
यस, आ रही है।
हाँ जी, आवाज तो आ रही है, चेहरा अब दिख रहा है। हेलो।
अभी तक नहीं,
अब दिख रहा था।
हाँ आप दिखा, हाँ दिखा भाई मनोज भाई, दिखा दिखा।
जी सर, बहुत खुशी हुई सर आपसे सबसे मिलके एक फोरम पे।
बहुत अच्छी बात है, कम से कम देख लिया, कम से कम यही तो देख लिया भैया।
जी सर, धन्यवाद सर मुझे इस फोरम में माननीय कुलपति महोदय के अनुपस्थिति में बुलाने का। इस तरह की जो वेबिनार हो रहे हैं, पहले इसके औचित्य पर बात करें हम। इस कोरोना वायरस के महामारी के संक्रमण के दृष्टिगत हम बच्चों की जो ऑफलाइन कक्षाएं हम समय से नहीं कर पा रहे हैं और बच्चों को बहुत सी चीजें नहीं सिखा पा रहे हैं, अपने रिसर्च स्कॉलर के साथ रेगुलरली हम साथ में मिल नहीं पा रहे हैं, उन सब स्थितियों के दृष्टिगत इस तरह के वेबिनार्स का महत्व बहुत बढ़ जाता है। और माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र भाई मोदी जी तथा हमारे माननीय मुख्यमंत्री श्री योगी आदित्यनाथ जी, हमारे राज्यपाल महोदया, इन सभी ने हमको इस तरह के वेबिनार्स करने के लिए यूजीसी के माध्यम से व अन्य केंद्रीयकृत एजेंसियों के माध्यम से संदेशित किया है। इस तरह के वेबिनार जो भी जिस भी विषय पर किए जाते हैं और जिनसे कि हम हमारे सभी छात्रगण व संकाय सदस्य लाभान्वित होते हैं, उससे इन वेबिनार के करने का औचित्य स्पष्ट हो जाता है। इस संबंध में जब से कोविड-19 का प्रकोप शुरू हुआ, हमारे विश्वविद्यालय में समय से ऑनलाइन कक्षाएं शुरू कर दी गई। सभी शिक्षकों ने जी लगा करके काम किया है और ऑनलाइन शिक्षाओं के साथ साथ कुछ विषय विशेषज्ञों की सहायता से कुछ खास विषयों पर इस तरह के वेबिनार का भी आयोजन किया जाता रहा है। इससे पूर्व कुछ अन्य विश्वविद्यालयों ने भी इस तरह के वेबिनार आयोजित किए। मुझे खुशी है कि हमारे विश्वविद्यालय में भी इस तरह के वेबिनार हो रहे हैं, जिनमें कि पूरे देश से विभिन्न रिसर्च स्कॉलर्स, छात्र और संकाय सदस्य इसमें भाग ले रहे हैं। उसी कड़ी में इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स विभाग के द्वारा मैटलैब पर ये वेबिनार का आयोजन किया गया है। और इस मैटलैब की जहां तक बात करें तो मैं अपनी खुद की बात कहना चाहूंगा कि जब मैं पीएचडी के लिए गया था तो मेरे टाइम में मुझे बहुत अच्छी मैटलैब नहीं आती थी, और सच तो ये है कि मुझे सी भी अच्छी से नहीं आती थी। तो उस समय मैंने एज तो लगभग 35 साल थी, लेकिन जाके मार्केट में पहले मैंने सी सीखी और फिर मैटलैब सीखी। तो मैं समझता हूँ सीखने की कोई उम्र नहीं होती, हम में से कोई भी कुछ भी कभी भी सीख सकता है। और मैटलैब को मैंने पाया कि वो बहुत से कॉम्प्लेक्स इक्विपमेंट, वो बहुत से कॉम्प्लेक्स एल्गोरिथम जिनको कि हम, या बहुत से ग्राफिक्स जिनको कि वास्तव में इम्प्लीमेंट करने में ऑन ग्राउंड बहुत दिक्कत होती है, मैटलैब की सहायता से बहुत आसानी से हो जाता है। तो मेरे वो सभी छात्र जो मेरे साथ काम करते हैं, मैं उनको सबसे पहले सलाह मैटलैब पे जाने की देता हूँ, क्योंकि इसमें सिंटैक्स काफी आसान है समझने में। अन्य भाषाओं की तुलना में मुझे ये ज्यादा यूजर फ्रेंडली लगती है। इस मैटलैब पर हम तरह तरह के कम्युनिकेशन, इमेज ट्रांसफर, इमेज प्रोसेसिंग, सिग्नल प्रोसेसिंग वगैरह के बहुत से टूल्स, इलेक्ट्रिकल, सिविल, मैकेनिकल, फूड, सारे विषयों पर हम इसमें शोध कर सकते हैं, अपनी एल्गोरिथम्स को लिख सकते हैं। बेसिकली ये मैट्रिक्स लेबोरेटरी है मैटलैब, जिसको कि हम एब्रिविएट करते हैं मैटलैब के रूप में। तो जो जिनका भी मैट्रिक्स बन सकता है, जो भी डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन के फॉर्म में लिखे जा सकते हैं, वो इन पर काम किया जा सकता है। इस सीरीज में डॉक्टर कृष्णराज ने इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स इंजीनियरिंग विभाग अगर हेल्प की है, बहुत ही सराहनीय है। और मैं समझता हूँ कि जितने भी रिसर्च स्कॉलर, जो भी संकाय सदस्य इसमें जो प्रतिभागी हैं, उनको निश्चित रूप से इसका फायदा हुआ होगा। मैं उम्मीद करता हूँ कि इसी सीरीज में विश्वविद्यालय से और भी इसी तरह के वेबिनार होते रहेंगे, और हम सभी रिसर्च स्कॉलर्स, जितने भी हमारे सीखने वाले लोग हैं, जिसमें मैं भी शामिल हूँ, हम सब लाभान्वित होते रहेंगे, क्योंकि मुझे भी कुछ न कुछ सीखने से मिलता ही है, और मैं भी आप लोगों सबके साथ सीखता रहता हूँ। इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ मैं अपनी वाणी को विराम देता हूँ। सबको पुनः धन्यवाद।
Thank you, sir.
धन्यवाद सर, थैंक यू सर। Now before
Madam, Professor Yadvir Singh sir has joined the meeting.
Okay. So I'll request Professor Yadvir Singh, Head Electrical Engineering Department, HBTU Kanpur, to give his blessings on this occasion. Professor Yadvir Singh,
good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. And my special thanks to veteran Professor BP Singh sir. He is right. Thank you very much, sir, for your blessings. Right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Right. And I'm really thankful to the team, organizing team, and the head of Department of Electronics, Mr. Kishore Saab, who has invited me to be a part of this session. I think today is the last day of this series of webinar. It's a marathon webinar. So it was not such a simple thing to hold, because it takes a lot of efforts and a lot of time also. And also it needs a lot of appreciation, self-appreciation, which is very difficult in this time of, in these times of Corona lockdown. Because it's very difficult to keep ourselves physically alert and mentally alert. But right, we all are showing the best whatever we have. And Mr. Kishore, by taking this lead and organizing this event, he has really given a lot of, he has given his best efforts. We as engineers, we are using MATLAB very much, and sportingly we call it MATLAB, because MATLAB, right, although formally we call it MATLAB, but sportingly we call it MATLAB, because when it comes to the MTech thesis or BTech projects or even PhD work, so a lot of simulation is possible with the help of MATLAB. And it's not only possible in one particular domain, it is so generic in nature that most of the engineers from different domains, they can use it for their purposes. And I'm sure that in these series of webinars, Mr. Kishore and his team, right, they have tried to give the best possible contents, because MATLAB is such a powerful offline simulation tool. Though nowadays the provisions have been made to use it as emulator also, that various aspects of MATLAB and the various features of MATLAB, they must have been told in this series of webinars. We are using MATLAB in electrical engineering by in different ways, by using toolboxes, by using Simulink, and also sometimes we go for coding using M-code, that is the language of MATLAB. I'm sure that the participants who are there, I think more than 90, 120 probably it was, as told in the beginning by Mr. Kishore, they are the part of this webinar. So surely they would be implementing whatever knowledge they have gained through this series of webinar in their different works, in their projects, and also they would be disseminating this knowledge further. The light of knowledge will not be stopped, but it would be right. It would be spread in the best possible way by all the participants. And thank you very much for making a part, and all of you being a part of this great event. And I'm sure that we all will contribute in the best possible way whatever we have learned from this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now, before handing over the control to Professor A.K. Shankwar for giving vote of thanks, I'll share something, a few things with the participants, that like you have done the course, after doing the course, one should not just take certificate and forget about it. Rather, participants should, whether if he or she is faculty, they should use it in their lab and in their teaching. And if they are researchers,